So they clip onto your ear by these little rubber coated flexible pieces of metal. Thank God they're rubber coated, because they'll probably impale my ears. Hey, what's going on? It's Steven with MikeReynolds.com here, and today I'm actually talking on the Thor Shadow SH20 headset microphone. If you can't see it, it's a good thing I have a beard, otherwise it might be hard to see. But boy, just hearing this thing before we started rolling here, this mic sounds really good. Of course, we're in a controlled environment, but I actually heard this microphone, gosh, it actually was right about a year ago in a live environment. I believe it was at the Experience Conference down in Orlando, Florida, and they were using and testing this mic with speakers on a thrust that was, gosh, it had to be like 50 feet in front of the PA. So this mic sounds very flat. I got my headphones on over this, but it's a dual ear headset. It's an Omni pickup pattern, so that's a good reason why I don't have to have a windscreen on this thing. So if you didn't know, a lot of Omni headsets, this kind of one or two things happen. So if you have a cardioid, you usually have to have a windscreen because it has to be really close to your mouth. Or if you have an Omni headset, the placement is a lot more forgiving. However, you tend to fight feedback on PAs. Tend to. All I know is this thing sounded amazing 50 feet out in front of, I think it was a Meyer Panther PA, but it just sounds great. These come in a few different colors, black, I have the tan version on, and also a more brown color as well. They do have a pretty high max SBL rating. I think it's like 130 or 135. And just listening to this, it has an incredible frequency response as well. I can't remember how much we have. I don't think we have much rolled off. Maybe 80 hertz rolled off, but it does sound like a true 20 to 20 frequency response. I don't have. If we have the actual frequency response chart to show you, we'll throw that up here on the video. But I am very impressed with this headset. Typically, headsets and stuff are used for, like, preaching, corporate, or even just broadcasts. You can even be in the studio, kind of like what we are. We're just in our rental space. But something to kind of listen for too is whether or not you can hear our actual room, because I'm surrounded by metal objects and things like that, and I don't hear a lot of resonance pickup as well. So again, just really impressed. These come with 3 different types of, I call them microdot. I think that's what they are, microdot adapters. So they have the 3-pin LEMO, as well as the Sennheiser, usually common to Sennheiser, 3.5 millimeter adapter. Even though it's on the right side of my head, you're like, well, I like mine on the left side. Well, these are kind of ambidextrous, so you can just you can flip them and rotate them. Rather not do that right now, but I'm going to take these off for just a second so you can see something. So they clip onto your ear by these little rubber coated flexible pieces of metal. Thank God they're rubber coated, because they'll probably impale my ears. And my ears aren't a small thing to cling on to either. So, but it actually is very comfortable. I don't. It's a little different than like DPA. DPA kind of curls around and into the ear, but they did a really good job of designing this as well. In the back, there's a detachable cable that has a right angle adapter on it as well. I feel like you don't feel as much tug on it. Forgot to mention we are also on Shure QLXD for our wireless here. So, man, this just feels so light and so easy. Of course, in your environment, especially in front of your PA, you always want to try different types of headsets. If it's for your pastor, for instance, they might not like the flexible style headset, and they want something more rigid, like either Countryman or the DPA 4066 or something like that. But the best thing to do, that I just shoved this down into my throat. I did. Hang on. So there we go. That's a lot more clearer. The best thing to do is what we call shoot out before you loot out. Throw a different couple of headsets along with the Thor. Again, this is the Thor Shadow SH20. Don't forget to use the promo code RENT15. And that's all I got for today. We'll see you on the next mic.